question of the day. Can and should Christians drink alcohol? I'm gonna just give you the answer right off the bat. Is it okay for Christians to drink alcohol? Yes. Is it okay for Christians to get drunk? No. So there's scriptures that talk about it, and I should just name them all right here so I don't waste your time. And I haven't looked over all these yet, because I don't want to make this video too long. So what I'm gonna do is a part 2 where I go into deeper detail. But for right now, I'm gonna give you just the briefing of it. So Ecclesiastes 9:7 says, drink your wine with a merry heart. The one I like right here is Psalm 104:14-15 says, God gives wine that makes glad the heart of men. All right. Amos 9:14 says, drink wine from your own vineyard as a sign of God's blessing. Isaiah 55:11 says, yes, come buy wine and milk. All right. So and then if I go down, you see John chapter 2 verse 11, where it talks about Jesus turned water into wine. And then Matthew 26:29. I'm gonna do a second video where I go into more detail about it. I just don't want to I don't want to make this video too long. I just wanted to give you the scriptures, and you can go to the scriptures, and then when we come to part 2, you will have some knowledge and understanding, and then we can get deeper into it. So 1 Timothy 5:23 talks about Paul instructs Timothy to stop drinking water, which was probably causing his stomach problems. So he told Paul to stop drinking water and drink the wine. All right, so I had to look if that was wine or grape juice. I believe it was wine at that point. And then so this is what's going on. In Jesus's time, the water wasn't very clean, and it was contaminated with viruses and bacteria. So a lot of times, you know, the alcohol would kill some of the germs and stuff that was going on, the bacteria that was going on in the water. So that's why you see Timothy's stomach was having a problem. Probably had something to do with it. It might have been some kind of virus in that water or bacteria in that water that he was drinking. So a lot of Christians look at drinking as a bad thing. Like my grandpa, for example, him and my grandmother do not drink, and he says that we ain't supposed to drink. And you know, and that's why I say, you know, there's nothing wrong with people having their own beliefs or the way that they do things, but what does the Bible say? And there's nothing wrong with not drinking. If that person don't want to drink or this person wants to drink, there's nothing wrong with either way. Where there's a problem, that is when you get drunk. The Bible speaks against drunkenness, and a lot of times, like my girl said, what people do, they don't know when to stop. You drinking a little bit, and then you start feeling that little buzz, and you like, ooh, I'm feeling good, and then before you know it, you drunk. So a lot of times we don't know where the cutoff limit is. We don't know, okay, what's classified as drunk and what's classified as I'm just drinking. I mean, me, I can tell my body, and I know when I've had too much. Like the scripture right here says, God gives wine that makes glad the heart of men. Makes glad the heart of man. All right, it says, that was Psalm 104:14-15. I just read these already. Ecclesiastes 9:7 says, drink your wine with a merry heart. You got some parts of the world today that still have, you know, this water that's not really clean and stuff like that. And so people drink grape juice or wine instead in those areas. And even doctors. Doctors have have said that red wine has really good health benefits, and is good for the heart. So, you know, people that are against wine, that's not coming from the Bible. That's coming from their preference. So I don't think that we should, look down on somebody else because they drink. That's not coming from God. Now, so I'm gonna read these other ones real quick, and these pretty much, I believe, talk about not getting drunk. Ephesians 5:18, Proverbs 23:29 through 35, 1 Corinthians 6:12, 2 Peter 2:19, 1 Corinthians 8:9 through 13, 1 Corinthians 10:31, Leviticus 10:9, Numbers 6:3, Deuteronomy 29:6, Judges 13:4, and then it says 7 and 14, and then Proverbs 20:1, and then 31:4, and then Isaiah 5:11, 22, 24:9, 28:7, 29:9, and 56:12. So that pretty much sums it up. I've given all the scriptures. Now it's time to do our homework.